huge sides. Yengo kicks us off in this third place playoff, and Canada have done well to win that back under all sorts of pressure. Basta Apps goes high. Flo Simons, who's carried the side through so much, taking it on. Charity Williams has been at her absolute best this weekend. She has shown off every single bit of skill that she's got, and within the first 20 seconds, she gets in for Canada.
Charity Williams, that was all set up just from the restart. Canada getting a beautiful tap back. Nicholas getting the ball to Charity, and Charity's got some wheels on her. Her right foot step, she had a fend out there, but she did not need it. And finishing it off with her beautiful roll, as she always does.
Oh, the mobility of rugby players, and especially of Charity Williams, has put smiles on our faces. 47s tournament, 122 sevens tries, only 29 years old. Canadian fans, the maple leaf will always pop up somewhere.
They're everywhere, and they're so staunch, the supporters that they find around the world.
France can't have a slow start against Canada, so they'll want to get into gear and get into gear quickly, and this is exactly who they'll ask to do it. Lily Dejoux, the captain. Kelly Arbe tries to get away. Remember, we spoke about those heavy legs. You've just got to get into running, just got to get the blood flowing, get it going, and the adrenaline will carry you over. Jacquet with a strong carry. Jocelyn, the head coach, spoke about the Canadian physicality, and you see it in these collisions. Bree Nicholas floats one out to Corrigan, who gives one to the skip. Olivia Apps, who's really been on the money for Canada this weekend, using all of her experience. Isaac, Carmen Isaac. A bit of jouet from Carmen Isaac against the French. Simons going straight over the top, and now Jacquet comes in with the counter ruck, unable to secure that ball, and that's done really well at the bottom of that. Carmen Isaac, have they stolen this back, France? Still in the hands of Canada. Just a little bit of a dink through for Basta, who picks it up. Another contest at the bottom of that breakdown, and this time it is won by Alicia Christians. Turnover for France. Then Basta's still down. So 7 will play 6. The wraparound from Kelly Arbe is good, and Kelly Arbe is going to create an angle for Yengo to run, and Yengo puts Flo Simons on her bottom. And the turnover to Canada. And breathe.
And breathe is right. What an exciting phase of play.
Time off.
Yeah, French just playing the way they do. Kelly Arbe getting on an arch. Oh, just the footwork. And Liv Apps hitting, making a big tackle there. Turning the ball over, and I think we've got a sore shoulder under there as well.
Yeah, it looks like Yengo, that's gone down. This is
Yeah, go ahead.
a replay of it. The third place playoff last year. France have won 3 out of the 5 games against Canada this season. They only won 1 out of 3 last season. So they'll come in with a lot of confidence, but Yengo really looks like she's in a lot of pain. France have actually had a good run of it this weekend. That's the first player that's gone off with injury. They've had no other players be ruled out of matches for injury. On the other side, though, Canada have lost Fancy Bermudez, and they've lost Caroline Crossley. So not a lot of legs on the bench. On the halfway line, now Canada. The feed coming in from Basta, who snipes around the one and creates the angle for Flo Simons, but she's just unable to hold on to that, and France can't make use of it, but they get the scrum.
Yeah, Basta just trying to get on the, trying to get the cut coming in, but French, they read that cut real simple, staying high on the inside, sending their winger wide to cover that winger. And now France have the scrum just on their side of the 50.
France are chasing their first podium placement in Hong Kong. They've lost both third playoffs here, so that's something to play for. Hajal receives on the wrap and sends it out wide to Christians. Christians with ball in both hands, has options, decides to go into contact. Cogny around the corner again, the 1-2, the interplay between these French women is something to wonder about. Dessous with the carry. Dessous realized the better option was to hold on to that one. Trollier to Kelly-Arbey. Kelly-Arbey, the run too early, so Kelly-Arbey has to carry, and then the offload comes in contact to Hajel. Trollier creates another ruck. Now they've got the full width to try and create something from Cogny with a bit of a hedge kick, holding up two defenders. Olivia Apps decides not to come in. Jacquet trying to get around Flo Simons, which is not the easiest thing to do. Christians picks up a loose ball. Defense for Canada so strong, and Charity Williams dumps one in the tackle. Hajel, the quick release. Canada, with the defensive work, have sent France back into their own half. Not enough angles to work with, and then eventually the tightest of spaces opens for Cogny. And Cogny up against the touchline, won't be caught, and gets the first points for France. 90 seconds to go.
Cogny just receiving the ball. Charity was drawn in. Cogny just getting the ball down the side. Really, really close there, but she doesn't need much space to find that try line.
Cogny made her debut in Singapore this year. Yeah, all loved celebration of the youngster, 19-year-old. That kick's been missed, so unable to equalize, but that's a loose ball deep inside the 22, and that's been knocked forward too. So another opportunity for France.
22 sub.
Canada will be disappointed with that. Getting the ball deep off a restart allows you with depth, it gives you width, and you would have wanted that ball just to go to hands to create a solid black platform, get a ruck, and then play from there. Now France have a midfield scrum right in their 22.
Cancel. Okay, you're fine. Okay, step up. Time
Middle
back
scrum
on.
For France, so two sides to play with. Can just see Jacquet hovering behind the scrum, so it's her choice which way to go with Hajel. Hajel decides to come left. Jacquet taking on Olivia Apps. No one can get around her this weekend, but the 1-2 is good. Siufani tied up against the touchline, does well to step back on the inside. The support comes in to secure the ball for France. Kelly-Arbey coming back to the touch side, and that's the best of offloads in the smallest of spaces. Cuts against the grain, does Kelly-Arbey, and Cleo Hajel will finish it off.
Canada putting up some massive line speed. Nowhere else for Kelly-Arbey to go, but to go back on the inside and offload beautifully to Chloe. It's exactly what French would have wanted when they first kicked off, nice and deep.
The long limbs of Kelly-Arbey and using the other limbs for this one, and that's a brilliant conversion from Kelly-Arbey. France lead Canada at the break, getting high into the air. Carmen Isaac, but just unable to hold on to the ball. A lot of defensive pressure being put on France at the moment. France looking to place for the first time in Hong Kong. They've never placed in this tournament. That's what they are fighting for. Canada looking for their best place, or to equalize their best placing in Hong Kong. First in, stolen from Charity Williams. Sneaky around that breakdown is Williams. So now huge opportunity for Canada. to try and equalize or potentially take the lead. Williams, again, release is so good, but that's gone forward.
Great, good call.
Carmen Isaac thought she was in for all money.
Canada showing some consistent phases there when they hold on to the ball and create a beautiful ruck. A consistent theme for them is that Charity's able to get over the ball. She's playing a bit of a playmaker role there, getting in there. Unfortunately, Liv App's pass just floats forward out of her hands.
Bind! Set!
France from inside of their own 22 will try and get all the way up the pitch and get more points on the board. Jacquet with the acceleration, the stop, the step, the swerve. Buys time for players to get in and around her on that ball. Arbey again receives multiple wraparounds being played by the French at the moment just to keep the defense on their toes. Kelly Arbey. Conye, who's got to try to her name, gets it to Jacquet, who against the touchline puts it on the left boot this time, and she's going to be chasing her own kick, but Olivia Apps is going to have the gas to get there first. Jacquet gets over it. The clear out is good from Isaac, and now the French start to pile in to get the count. It has to come out.
Part of the ruck. Playing the ball.
Penalty to France.
Leave it. By who?
A phenomenal kick in there by Jacquet. She had to chase down Liv Apps. Liv Apps had nothing else to do other than just to get up. Here's this kick. Left foot kick. Get on the outside of Charity Williams. Liv Apps just hoofing it down. She's picked it up, but there's nothing else but that she could do. Then the French fly in with their support. And right here, Canada's been called for hands in the ruck.
The amount of bodies that just got back from France to be able to get into that ruck, they were all chasing that kick. It's just allowed everyone to blow over, and it was Carmen Isaac all by herself trying to hold on.
Crouch. Bind.
5 meters out. France
Set.
will look to extend their lead and get one over Canada in this third place playoff. The creation up the middle, the slow swerve from Conye, the legs. It had to be. It is. And Conye gets the brace.
Conye just receiving the rewards at the end of that scrum. Quick ball to Conye. She looks to give to Anne-Cécile. She doesn't need it. Liv Apps having off her back, and she's over that try line. Little dummy. Sent the camera. Liv Apps doing her absolute best. She can't get there.
She's so strong. Is Conye. Jacquet off the left boot, and they do extend the lead. France 19 points to 7. It's been all France in the second half. Canada need to get hands on ball. That goes straight down the middle, and Olivia Apps with the rarest of mistakes. You never ever see her do something like that.
No, that's so uncharacteristic, and look at her just feeling disappointed for herself because she knows what it takes to hold on to the ball. You score tries that way. Should be really disappointed with herself.
Love, love, laugh.
Bind.
She's not laughing after that one, though.
Set.
Got fans all over the world. Do these players, they've become legends in homes. The break around the corner is good for Siufani, who cuts back onto the inside. Siufani through half a gap. The quick ball from Noël Rivière. Noël Rivière strong in the contact, but Charity Williams does just enough to hold her off. Back onto the inside, Lily Desu using the shoulders to get through the contact, and this time the offload should be good. Noël with the pickup that just slowed it down, couldn't get into the running as much as she'd wanted, but every single time she eats meters, and Canada
Jackler in place.
put enough pressure on that breakdown to get the penalty.
I thought Chloe Hagel was straight in there, but Canada's defense on the line has been really desperate, and it's showing the absolute quality of players and knowledge that they have within their team.
Yep.
Here we go.
Subs.
Noël just being stuck in the ruck. Canada just straight in there.
So they've chosen the scrum, have Canada on the 5 metre. Is that the option?
I guess for me,
Time back on.
depends on how confident you are in your line-out. If you're confident in your scrum, maybe they're going to get the ball and hoof it down midfield. So see how they go.
Bada under all sorts of pressure from Cleo Hajal, but just doing enough to physically get her off of there. Levaps in that first receiver position. Now around the corner and being dragged down. Apps on the pickup, goes again. She's isolated for the moment. No hands on ball, but it has squeezed out the top, and they get the advantage for the knock-on and the offload to Siufani. Anne-Cécile Siufani, in her first tournament back from injury, gets her first for the day, but 4 for the weekend.
Anne-Cécile Siufani, she caused this disruption. She got the ball dislodged and then still there for the offload. She's been here, she's done this multiple times. One of their senior players knows exactly how to get the ball back and score for their team.
Yep.
Conversion missed.
Time off. 6. 9.
France have taken the stranglehold in this third place play of Anne-Cécile Siufani. She's now 3 tries away from being the all-time French top try scorer. You can imagine she'll be chasing those for the rest of the tournament. Canada running out of time in this third place playoff, and they have to track all the way up the field. All sorts of pressure at breakdown time, just slowing down the ball enough. Charity Williams goes in and isolated at the bottom of that breakdown, and Lily Dezou has picked it off from Canada. All they have to do is hold on, or they can score more points. And it's gonna be Marie-Aurélie who gets him for France and seals the deal and gets them their third place playoff, their first podium in Hong Kong.